My name is John Peterson. I'm a computer education specialist at Owens Primary and Owens Intermediate in the Bakersfield City School District, and a proud CTA and beta member. This is my story. When I was in preschool, I dreamt of being a motorcycle racer, car racer, or an astronaut. By the time I was in kindergarten, I wanted to be the quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams, just like Pat Hayden. Several years later, I was more realistic with my aspirations. I spent all my spare time listening to music like Joy Division, Echo and the Bunnymen, and The Cure. I thought I would have a career designing album covers. I was creative and had some artistic talent, so it seemed like a good choice. I majored in fine art with an emphasis in printmaking. I was the outstanding graduate in the humanities and graduated with honors. I thought finding a job as a graphic artist at a record label would be easy. It wasn't, and I realized that there were about 8 people in the world making a living doing what I thought I wanted to do. I also noticed that all my friends and peers were in professions that had nothing to do with their degree. Evidently, things rarely go as planned when it comes to education and choosing a career path. This experience made me think about my ancestors who had far fewer options when it came time to choose a career. The decision was basically made for them. I thought of my great-grandfather, Christian Peterson, who immigrated from Denmark in 1870 and worked hard to build his own dairy in Nebraska, only to have to sell off the business and move to California, where his wife Clara could receive better treatment for cancer. He went from owning his own business to working on the grounds crew at the Claremont colleges. His life certainly didn't work out the way he planned, but he did what he had to do to create the best life possible for his family. Just when I had given up hope on the graphic arts career, I went to a party and a friend mentioned a great computer education position that was open at her school. I never had any desire to teach. That was my sister's dream, not mine. I figured I could do it for a year or two, then move on to what I really wanted to do. That was 1996, and I'm still teaching in the same position. It wasn't what I planned for, it wasn't something I ever thought I would do, but I realized after a year or two that it was a fun, exciting, and challenging job, where every day was different. I loved the energy of the students and playing a role in their development and experience with technology. Even though my career didn't go as planned, I honestly feel that I ended up right where I belonged. This teaching position that I had grown to love didn't always go as planned either. In 2003, my district was so desperate financially that they laid off around 200 teachers, me included. I was devastated. I felt physically ill when I got the news. This job that I had fallen into and never dreamed I would love had become part of me and who I was. When I was at my lowest and had no idea where to turn, Beta came to my rescue. Like most teachers, I hadn't really paid much attention to my Teachers Association, other than once a year when they were trying to bargain for a pay raise. Now that I truly needed them, I figured I better open my eyes and seek out some advice. Beta and CTA came to the rescue of the 200 educators who had been laid off. They discovered issues and discrepancies with how the district was handling credentials, temporary employees, and emergency permits. They hired a law firm that came in and rectified the situation, and I was able to reapply for the job I had already been doing for 7 years. I was so relieved. I took my Teachers Association for granted for years until things didn't go as planned, and I needed their help. I decided from that point on, I would take a much more active role in Beta. I'm now my site representative, an area director, and I play an active role on several committees and maintain their website. You don't have to do any of these things to become more active in your Teachers Association. Being active can be as simple as staying up to date on association business, can be as simple as attending district board meetings and events. Beta is not a small group of people who work in an office or the members on executive board. Beta is every single member who teaches in BCSD, and CTA is every single member who teaches in this state. My story is not unique. It's rare that everything goes as you planned. Having the support of your Teachers Association is an imperative safety net that I can't imagine living without. As a matter of fact, my story would not exist if it wasn't for their support. I hope that many of you will choose to become more active in your association because you will need them when things don't go as planned.